Hey everybody, and welcome back to Technobabylon. I don't know if I am any closer to solving this. In fact, I know I'm no closer to solving this. I didn't have a great epiphany like I have in the past, or at least in the previous video. Unless I'm supposed to wetware the agent himself. Oh, that is exactly what I'm supposed to do.
It's amazing how many people don't put enough security on their Gibsons. They assume they've got enough willpower to stop intruders on their own.
Gibson, like William Gibson, the kind of cyberpunk sort of author, sci-fi author. All right, well, I guess we can reach him in the trance now. Yep, there he is. Connection to Cobalt.
Where am I? How did I even get here?
You're on the train. You're on a beach. You're at work right now.
Don't you remember? You're at work.
Oh, yeah.
And you're afraid of something.
Oh, shit. Good morning, Mr. Crystal.
He's mad at you, isn't he?
That's the mindjacker.
There's something you've forgotten to do in that other room.
I'll just get in there and...
Oh dear, the code's not working. What's the holdup? Can't you do your job properly? Am I going to have to stick you on night duty permanently?
No, sir. I just need to enter the code.
What code is that?
44138. Sir.
Well done. You've passed this inspection.
Thank you, sir.
Dismissed.
44138 it is. What a dummy. Nope. What a dummy. I'm the one that can't even type a simple code. Oh, it was even right there on the side of the screen. Access granted. Alright, let's go in the door. What do we have? This is the aerostat terminal. There's the airship. There's a guy here who may or may not shoot me. A large cargo container waiting to be loaded onto the aerostat. Guards patrol beneath the aerostat. Apparently, they haven't spotted you in the dimness of the terminal. Not yet, at least. In the kind of feeling knowable only to those with a head full of wiring, you can sense the signal radiating out from the airship. The guards posted around it would probably do their best to stop you getting any closer, though. The screen shows the weight of the measuring platform in front of it. Apparently, it's holding 51 kilograms at the moment. Okay. He didn't see me. I can, in fact, get into the crate.
Now we just wait and...
All right, let's get it loaded. Yeah, you know how bitchy the doc gets waiting. Hang on. The measurement's all wrong. What? Eddie must have screwed it up. The manifest says it should be showing lighter.
Ugh, idiot.
Send it back and get him to recheck the weights.
Alright, so that didn't work because crate A121 was not supposed to hold my weight. A121. Alright, so 51 kilograms, 96 kilograms, right? Yeah. So we weigh 45 kilograms, if I do my math right. So 45, I have to add 45 kilograms to A121. A121, which apparently contains 45 millimeter bolts. So 30 kilograms should become 75 kilograms. There you go. Hopefully I did the math right, or else I'm going to look like a real fool. But I'll leave it in. I'm not going to edit it out at all.
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Scanner?
Hang on. The scanner's reading the contents as organic. Addie's got it listed as inorganic.
Ah, typical. Send it back. Tell him to get his act together. He should make sure the manifest matches what's in the box. We can't exactly open them all to check. We'd be here all night.
Okay. I'm so glad that they haven't even opened it to check. I mean, you don't have to open all of them, but maybe this one? Alright, A121, instead of 85mm bolts, will now include, what if I make it be mandala? I mean, it's probably best if I set it to something else, like, frozen meat products or something? But what if I set it to mandala beware? Like, that's gonna be weird, right? When they read that on the machine?
Here we go again.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Hang on. The scanner's reading the contents as organic. Addie's got it listed as inorganic.
Ah, typical. Send it back. You should make we can't.
Apparently, I did it wrong. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, and it definitely won't be the last time that I did it wrong either. Oh, I said E29, didn't I? I want A121. Oh, I think I said that. Yeah, mandala beware. Okay, well, mandala beware didn't work. Nutrient powder, water, clothing, acrylic paint. Can I say more than one thing? No. Alright, where is our frozen meat? We are now frozen meat, genetically modified. Probably, yeah. We, in fact, probably are genetically modified meat. Hopefully I did it right.
Let's see if Addie's got it right this time. Okay, weight's looking good. Try the scanner.
Scans show organic. Same as the manifest.
Fantastic. Get it aboard. Kreisel and the doc want to cast off.
The signal's going crazy. I must be on top of...
Well, you just
Huh?
screwed up your brain. Did we never leave our room? Has this been a simulation all along? The door, food machine. That's the only thing I can interact with is the door and the food machine? Is that what mandala beware? Is this some sort of the Matrix kind of thing? No, this is a simulation. That's not supposed to happen in the real world. I guess I'll just paint everything black. Can't fall through the hole. Like, I can't select anything else, though. Oh, there was a wall? Oh, the front wall? Okay.
The simulation's exceeded its buffer.
Took her long enough. I think Jinsel did a pretty good job on that one.
Wait.
Why'd you have to get someone like Jinsel involved in it, though?
Because when I asked you to do it, you apparently couldn't keep your thirst for revenge in check. Or should I say Baxter's thirst for revenge?
I'm confused.
I don't see why you store the targets in your own wiring. It's obviously not good for you.
It's more secure. I suppose Jinsel did their job.
Got her to walk right in the front door. Even packaged and delivered herself. Ha! We have some big plans for you, sister.
Okay, so I got in the machine.
This is the place.
Or I got in the crate. It knocked me out because of whatever they did with my wiring. And for some reason they're keeping me hostage. Now I'm Now I'm Regis. You see a guard slumped over at the desk, geared up the same way as the strike team at the factory. Looks like this aircon was busted recently. Maybe street punks, but thanks to the addictive properties of the trance, you don't see so many of those out about anymore. And mixed blessing. Like I can interact with the bulletins. Nope, I could just walk over to the bulletins. Yeah, so the same thing as before. Leads to the terminal. Recognize the model of aerostat. It's the same type that the Mindjacker escaped to from the top of Animus Organics. Hello, sir. He's not carrying anything you can use, short of completely undressing him. You don't think you've got enough time to do that, though. Alright, I guess we just walk through the door. I mean, I can use the terminal, but... Cargo status, loading complete, checks complete. Xanadu ER2, make ready for launch.
I got here just in time. They're about ready to run.
Alright, let's just go through the door and probably get shot. Alright. Error, input drivers disabled. Abort, retry, fail. Alright, we went back to MS-DOS. Actually, that's probably even earlier than DOS. That's probably just the boot system. An old wreck of an aerostat sits on the dockyard. While the lack of guards on the airfield is good news in an immediate sense, it suggests that the airship's interior is just going to be better patrolled. So they've all went into the airship. And I've gotten really small. I didn't walk far away, I just got real small. Cargo hangar. Crates. The way the containers are spread out between the hangar and the aerostat, you guessed they're in the middle of loading. The aerostat hangs a meter from the ground, ready to break free from the Earth once its cables are released. This is apparently where they're hiding. Nothing else that I'm missing in this tiny screen. Alright, I walk to the crates. After being moved from the hangar, it looks like the crates are sealed for transit. You can't find a way into these ones. Well, do I just walk up to the aerostat and get myself murdered? I guess I do. Okay. Can I get behind these crates, please? Patrolling back and forth across the cargo bay, it's a wonder the guard hasn't worn a hole in the floor.
The way out.
Yes, in fact, it is the way out. Judging by the diagrams you see through the surface of the screen, the console appears to control a loading hatch. The conspicuously large hatch on the floor is apparently how crates are lifted into the cargo bay. So I'm assuming I need to use the console to drop him into the ground. Can I just jolt him?
Damn, it's out of charge.
You didn't charge it up, huh? Okay. That's fine. Alright, so when he comes around and stands on the plate, we'll come use the console. And we'll drop him into oblivion. I mean, since we're only about whatever... We're not too far off the ground. He should be telling his bosses that something just happened. Let's close the door. Okay, door number 2. I mean, this may be many doors. Goggles. One of the security staff has apparently forgotten to collect a set of thermal imaging goggles. Sick bay. Sign on the door tells you this is a multi-purpose room, likely re-equipped from job to job depending on the needs of client. From the smell and these surgical lamps, you can see through the window it appears to be fitted as a sick bay. Okay, well, let's get the goggles, please. Picked up thermal goggles. We have a terminal and a hatch. Someone working aboard the aerostat has apparently forgotten to shut down their terminal after using it. You wonder how someone forgets something so basic these days, especially after all the informative cartoons in school. I guess there's no, like... The terminal doesn't have a screensaver kind of lock mode where it just turns off after a while. It's locked with a password. How quaint. It will still need to be breached before the terminal can be accessed. And I'm assuming that means we can't go through the hatch because it's locked. Hatch has been locked from the other side. All right, well, can we put on the visors? All right, I see pipes and stuff, but I can't really interact with them. Junction point, somewhere over here. Swear. Junction point here. Okay. What's in the sick bay? This is where we get shot.
Stop squirming, will you?
That operator will shoot me down the moment I open the door.
Yes, they will. Alright, so I can't actually interact with this anymore because apparently I've forgotten that it's there. So, thermal visor up. There's a little panel here. There's a panel here. There's a panel here. Pipes.
What do I look like, a mechanic? That's what I've got Lau for.
You remember seeing a hotspot through the thermal vision here.
What do I look? That's what I've got. What do I look? That's what I've got.
Can I call Lau?
Lau, you there?
Standing by and waiting for your signal.
You remember the plan.
Don't worry about me. You just be careful. Don't do anything stupid.
Alright, I can't, in fact, call Lau. So there's lockers. I didn't see those before. Maybe there's a wrench in there. These lockers appear to contain supplies for repair and maintenance. You picked up a bolt gun. No wonder the aerostat's such a heap. They've almost run out of maintenance supplies. More so now that you've equipped yourself. A bolt gun, huh?
An industrial rivet gun. Uses compressed air to punch finger-length bolts through metal surfaces. I wonder if they ever have to use this from the outside while in flight.
Can I bolt gun the junction?
What do I look? That's what I've got Lau.
Can I bolt gun the sick
I'm not
bay?
sure what
I mean, I was gonna bolt gun the guy through...
What do I look? That's what I've got.
Alright, never mind.
That's not going.
Check out the visor again. Maybe I need to go to the other room. Maybe this is a case where you go back. So there's that, there's that, there's that. But I can't interact with these items. And that...
What do I look? That's what I've got.
Doesn't really do anything. Okay. Back into the cargo hold. Check something in here. Anything important in here? Why does that look like a person standing there?
It's thin, but it's not that flimsy. I'm gonna need to find another way of getting through to him.
Oh, that's the guard on the other side in the sick bay. I gotcha. Well, I can just punch a hole right through him.
Ah!
Now we confront her. Hello, ma'am.
Thank God you're here.
Who are you?
You've got to get me out of here. They kidnapped me 2 weeks ago.
I don't believe it.
I've been forced to conduct research for them in this aerostat.
Research? What kind of research?
Human experimentation. This poor girl. You see that hardware in the corner?
Yep. Me
What the
dummy.
hell did you...
The upper level is clear, but Oh. Huh.
Gave him a shot in the back. Your problem is, you overcomplicate things.
Still conscious?
That's how the wetware works. You can't rip his memory, though. He isn't wired.
I'm aware, Ms. Vargas. Take his weapon.
Miss Vargas?
This is something I've been looking forward to for a long time.
Ugh, no you haven't. Baxter was looking forward to it.
Can we go back? Oh, Miss Vargas. Yeah, Eduardo Vargas. The guy over the whole thing. This is his daughter, right? Who are you?
What's that? I can't hear you.
It's quite a powerful paralytic, isn't it? An unfortunate yet necessary part of our mutual friend here's role.
My targets have to be conscious when I pull the contents of their minds. I'd love to rip the Regis clean out of your head as well.
I told you, he's not wired.
I know, but I know what'll really get to him. What's this? An embryo?
Please don't. No, what are you doing?
It's rather a contentious issue for us, isn't it? Rather a bit of history between us over these little things. Oops. Fragile things, the unborn. Don't worry. Plenty more where that came from.
Actually, isn't that the last one? Didn't we only have 3 to begin with? I'll kill you, you sick son of a...
I think this one is going to grow up to be a great success. World leader, Nobel laureate, maybe follow in their father's footsteps. Oops, all gone. Vicky would be so proud, wouldn't she?
Cressel.
After all, you showed her how important those things were. More than anything else in the world, apparently.
Baxter! You seriously need professional help.
Sir, ma'am, Smart Cam feed shows another cell agent just boarded the aerostat. Female, about 1.75 meters.
Huh. Should have known she'd still be after her partner. Commander, prepare to weigh anchor. Cressel, deal with our new cell intruder. Then resolve whatever issues you have with Dr. Regis.
With pleasure. Don't go anywhere.
Okay. That's not Lau. That's the,
Gotcha.
that's the machine. That's the synthetic.
Wow, nice throw, Chantelle. Did I do good, Dr. Max?
You definitely
You did
did.
great. I'd better find where Regis went.
Thank you, Chantelle. Very much appreciate that.
You're a lot stronger than you look. Not hurting him too much, are you? He technically has rights.
I'm only applying 55 kilopascals of pressure on his upper thorax. It'd take at least another 10 to pose a threat to his long-term viability.
Raise it another 3 then.
Okie dokie.
Good work, Chantelle.
Thanks, Dr. Max.
My job will be a lot easier if I can get Central to agree to take you on full time.
Alright, probably just going straight into the sick bay is not the way we do it, but that would be too easy. Oh, she's gone.
Hey, stop! What the hell's going on in here? Regis! Regis, can you hear me? Better figure out how to fix you.
Alright, there's Regis. Regis has been incapacitated. He's conscious, but apparently paralyzed. The number of specialized wetware substrates throughout the room gives you a clue as to how they might have done it. Poor girl's unconscious. You're not sure what they were doing to her in this lab, but there's always been rumors about unethical private contractors abducting thralls off the street for research. Somehow, though, the girl's face seems oddly familiar. The man's apparently taking several industrial rivets in the back. You're not sure you want to imagine the circumstances that led Regis to this. So we also have an injector, and some wetware, and a jolt gun. What's in the injector? Loaded with isomerase. Isomerase, stops wetware. That's what we found out from the guy with the malady, right?
Oh, my head.
Thanks, Max. Great job saving my ass and everything.
Yeah, and sticking me with an injector. You suddenly a medic?
Just a lucky hunch. You going to fill me in on what's going on here?
Later. Update me on the immediate situation first.
Well, the bad news is I saw someone escape through the hatch at the top of that ladder.
Damn. It sounded like she was one of the ringleaders of this plan.
On the other hand, our newest recruit just made her first caller.
New recruit.
Oh yeah, you're going to love this.
I promise you will, in fact, love this. Where did he go?
Ugh, damn it, I don't believe it!
It ran out of charge again, didn't it?
She must have overexerted herself. Damn it! I had him right here.
Whoa, what's happening?
They're taking off, probably?
The aerostat's taking off.
Where are they taking it?
Doesn't matter. Wherever it is, we need.
You alright, Charlie? I'm not sure how much of that stuff I was supposed to give you.
I'll be fine.
You're in no fit state for any more trouble. Stay down here, try and figure out what they're doing with the girl. I'll find a way to the upper deck.
Alright. Chantelle?
Chantelle? Damn! I'll see if I can get her up and running again once this is all resolved.
Sure you can't I can't go back in the sick bay and check on things here. In the body you find his unusable weapon and the communication gear hooked into his neural wiring. Okay, so without his brain, it's not going to function. Effectiveness report of thyroactinase 414B. Use of a wetware-based incapacitating agent has proven fortuitous. In the course of his work, Mr. Creasel, or however they said his name, has found the 414B wetware to be effective at subduing the targets while retaining consciousness, but also acts as a primer for the extraction process. Okay, so that's the thing he was using to paralyze people and then take their brains, or take their memories. The choice of wetware rather than a conventional chemical paralytic also enables a much less precise delivery vector, suitable for covert work. The only downside thus far has been the 414B's susceptibility to wetware's inherent weaknesses, for example, temperature and bodily rejection.
She's out of it. Hey, Regis.
Yes, Dr. Lau?
How you feeling, by the way?
You feeling any better?
A little. How did you know to come to my rescue?
I broke their comms channels. Figured I owed it to them. Cracked the bug they put in my system and rode the signals back to theirs.
I'll never be able to figure out how you do these things, Max.
Which guarantees my job security.
What's the status?
Can I get an update?
We need to get after the people running this aerostat. And this conspiracy. I'll see what I can do for this girl.
Who are these people, though?
So, Nita Jiang led us to these people. She's helping us find whoever set you up for Baxter's murder, right?
There's that. And... Max, I haven't been completely honest with you.
There's a surprise. Dr. Cryptic has been withholding info.
Cram it, Lau. These people, they took something from me. Embryos fertilized by myself and by Vicky, my wife.
They stole your embryos?
These people stole your embryos? Your kids?
They needed me to get their memory module for them from Vanderwall. And they knew exactly what my price would be.
Wait, they tried to get you to help them?
They forced me, Max. There was no way I could say no. Those embryos, they were all I had left of her. And because of those people, of all this...
You're in pretty deep trouble, Regis. Let's not even mention that right now. I can understand what you're going through, Regis. I understand. I get you.
I hate to say it, Regis, but I kind of understand.
They asked me to do terrible things for the return of the embryos.
Whether it's because they're a link to Viksha or because you're their father, I don't even want to think of what I'd have done in your position.
The embryos are gone. He destroyed them.
Regis, I'm sorry.
There's nothing left. There's nothing else he can twist me with. All we can do is bring that monster in. For them.
Alright, by the way, Chantelle.
Chantal's really pulling her weight in this job.
It's a shame it couldn't hold down Cressel, the mindjacker.
Hey, cut her some slack. She took down 2 heavies on the tarmac.
I'm not going to make any promises about taking her on full time.
You're just worried about synthetics stealing your job.
You may as well take this now. You seem to be the maid wrangler.
Ah, the personality splitter. Thank you.
So, what do we do from here?
Now we know this is where the mindjacker's operating from.
We need to find out what their plans for all those stolen memories are.
We'd better find out where this aerostat's going, too.
The best way of covering all those would be apprehending these people.
Alright, by the way, about Central.
Central's gonna be pretty pissed about this. More than usual, I mean.
Is it working again?
Yeah, we fought off the intrusion.
Damn. I was hoping they'd broken it permanently.
Nah, we could handle it. It was a weird attack, though. Like, they knew exactly what they were doing.
Well-trained hackers. Foreign intelligence?
No. Better than that. Like, they were intimately familiar with Central.
Like Nina
Then,
Zhang?
as sudden as it had started, the attack halted about 18 hours later.
Like Nina Zhang and her crew, like, were intentionally doing it? Because they know how to do it because they Nina built Central? Who's the girl?
Any idea who the thrall in Sconto Blue is?
Not a clue. She must be important to their plan.
Maybe she just wandered into their airfield. A useful test subject for whatever this is.
She was at Cell earlier. She'd been targeted. They must be after her for some reason. I'll do what I can to keep her stable.
Do your best, Regis.
What?
She looks familiar. I can't quite place her, though. I guess I see too many thralls.
Hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. She looks familiar? She looks familiar and Regis's kids are all kaput now? Is there any possibility that this child looks familiar because it looks like the offspring of Dr. Regis and his wife? Is that going to be the next twist? That they're secretly father and daughter?
Any idea what all this hardware does yet?
Not sure. I can't access the terminal.
Sounds like you need a specialist. I'll tell you what I find. Find anything useful yet?
Just a length of cable.
Why would I need a steel cable?
You're the tech, you figure it out. I also picked these up while I was finding my way in.
Now that's more like it.
Scalpel, thermal goggles.
Any idea how many heavies they've got left?
At least 2 more, but I don't know for sure.
Me neither. They've got some pretty slick encryption on their comm traffic.
Are you saying that even you can't breach it?
Not remotely. But maybe if I could find something connected to their comm network.
Well, we know what's connected to his comm network, that dead guy.
I'll check in later.
Alright, probably not going to do much more. Probably going to leave this at around half an hour. So let's check some things. Terminal. A large terminal connected to both a cradle for the memory module and the bed. Looks like it's still running a trance simulation. Locked. Apparently this terminal will take you a little breaking. Take a little breaking before it reveals its secrets to you. There you go. Those are the words that need to come out of my mouth. I mean, that hatch is going to be locked, no doubt. Alright, so cable, scalpel, thermal visor, this personality splitter. Can I cut his neural core out? That doesn't need surgery. Are you sure? Can I wet wear him?
I've breached their comm system. Now it thinks my traveler's part of their network.
Alright, so the traveler's part of the network now. Don't suppose I can breach the terminal. Or I can just breach the terminal. Okay, so Dr. Baxter, the mindjacker, not Baxter? Also Baxter? He certainly looks like Dr. Baxter, given the background reports you were given. Even if it weren't for the fact you stored the image in your wiring, you'd remember his face anywhere after his escape at Animus. For a man about to pulverize someone's head with a claw hammer, he looks remarkably cool and confident, as though this is just a step in a larger plan. Dr. Baxter's body sits slumped in its chair, apparently the recent victim of a mindjacking attack. He looks a lot more complete than when you last saw him, though.
Excuse me?
Hello there.
I can talk to us. I guess it is a simulation. Who are you, by the way?
Who are you?
Allow me to introduce myself, my dear. My name is Dr. Baxter. I operate the cataloging station.
Baxter? Dr. Adam Baxter?
I believe so, yes.
Aren't you dead, though?
Excuse me if this sounds a little rude, but aren't you dead?
How do you mean?
Well, yesterday I was probing your well-preserved remains at a crime scene.
Oh, yes. You're quite right. I was killed, wasn't I? It's strange because I could have sworn I was the one doing it.
Not the blonde man? The mindjacker?
It was definitely him, no doubt about it. One can't exactly commit suicide with a hammer, can they? I'm aware that I was murdered, but I have a surprisingly vivid memory of it.
So he did the mind jacking on you, ripped your personality and memory out, put it into him, and then killed your body, but you remembered it because you were part of him at that point?
You remember being murdered?
Not precisely. It's as though it were an out-of-body experience. I have memory of watching the hammer striking from above. My hands, his hands, so bloody. It's all very peculiar, isn't it?
And you see no difficulty between being dead and talking to me?
That is most odd.
Do you know Dr. Regis?
Do you know a Dr. Regis?
I know two, in fact. Charles and Viksha. I killed Viksha, didn't I?
You apparently did.
Heard.
It's very peculiar. I remember that I did it, but I can't recall the deed, nor my feelings on the matter.
You feel nothing?
I know I ought to. An act such as that would be emotionally weighty, but all that remains is an absence. Do give my regards to Charles if you see him, though.
Okay, do you remember who killed you? I think we already talked about that.
Can you remember who killed you?
It was the blonde gentleman, wasn't it? Though I can recall it in the first person, I'm certain it was him.
How so?
He was my only company in the room, and I do not recognize him. I also realize how absurd the idea of my having committed this murder would be.
Do you know why they killed you?
Do you know why he murdered you?
At first, I don't believe it was to have been a murder. This gentleman had larceny in mind. I recall his feeling so.
Mindjacking. He was stealing the contents of your neurowiring, your brain.
Quite so. I was, after all, a leader in my field in the day. And while my memory was doubtless useful to him, he found something unexpected. A well of motivation, suppressed by years of therapy and technological intervention.
Your anger against Regis.
He took my mind. No doubt he acquired that as well.
Okay. He took your mind, then he was overcome with an urge to murder because you normally have an overwhelming urge to murder.
How do you feel about Dr. Regis? Charles Regis?
I feel nothing particularly. I regret his decision to remove the embryos from the program, but...
Nothing else? No anger? No revenge?
None at all.
Maybe it's the influence of the neural governor on your behavior.
By no means. The weight of that cruel apparatus has been lifted.
I guess because you're no longer attached to it.
And yet, I feel nothing that would warrant it.
Alright, why would anyone keep that part of you? I'm assuming we're talking about the anger?
Why would anyone want to keep that part of your mind? What use would someone have for your desire for revenge?
Perhaps it isn't a matter of his need as the desire's need. Though suppressed by the governor, my thoughts on the matter were all-consuming. Now they have found a conduit through which they may act.
The mindjacker isn't in as much control as he'd like to think then.
And what's death like?
This might sound like a really stupid question, but what's death like?
I can see why this would be a useful matter for scientific curiosity. In my case, I'm afraid it's probably not representative. After all, can I really be said to be dead when my memory, my consciousness lives on?
I suppose all you could remember would be the physical destruction of yourself.
And that, most assuredly, was a great discomfort.
Thanks for the help.
You are most welcome, my dear.
Alright, Mr. Mindjacker? Even if it weren't for the fact that you stored the image, yeah. So I can't interact with him like I could Dr. Baxter. Alright, well I guess we just get out of here. And I will end the episode soon. I just want to talk to Regis about Dr. Baxter.
Regis.
Yes, Dr. Lau?
Dr. Baxter says hi. He seems a lot friendlier than I expected.
What?
Oh, don't panic. It appears he remembers his own ripping and death. Looks like we can be sure he was the mindjacker's latest victim. A significant part of his mind state's been offloaded into this system.
But why did you see him? Why is he in there?
They've been ripping minds and reprogramming the data through a memory module. I guess Baxter's the latest and still has the most independent agency. Doesn't sound like he harbors any ill will towards you, though.
Maybe the neural governor? He wouldn't be able to get angry.
Well, he's dead. There's no governor. I think that this ghost of his in the machine doesn't include that part of him.
You mean, this mindjacker's kept it?
Or just can't get rid of it.
All right.
I'll check in later.
So that will be the end of the episode. I really want to keep playing, but I don't want to make the episode like super long. So thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you again next time.